Well, hello YouTube. This is going to be day 9 of Working Class Exile. This is basically going to be mostly the same as yesterday's, which is just we're trying to build a currency base. We need to get some currency. We're going to use up hopefully as much of the rest of the baby scarabs as we can, because we've still got a few of them left. So we were using those and those, and I forget, I think we were using these. So we're going to use up the rest of those, and then we're going to use our money to buy better scarabs and keep going. I'm hoping 2 or so, maybe 3 more days, and I can get my other 2 watchstones. That would be really cool. So that's part of the plan. Let's hit the go button and start doing our maps. Put the map in the map hole. All right, there we go. Let's get rid of that. Let's also change back into our real flask because we don't need the mana flask. Area contains 6 shrines. Wow. I'll just keep doing fortune for now though. Pull down a mana flask to run a cannot regen life or mana or ES. Then I entered the map and turned on Righteous Fire. That'll be a problem. Have you considered just knocking out an entire series of these in like 3 days? That's like a month's worth of content. So the problem is doing it uninterrupted, because realistically 4 straight hours is worth more than 2-hour segments, even if they were separated by only an hour or 2. Like, just being able to play for longer in a row is worth more. But second, I don't really do these that often. You may notice it's been a long time since I did the last Working Class, and that's because they don't do very well on YouTube. So YouTube people, if you're watching and you like it, do remember to comment and like the video so we can get more of these. But the people that it does help are usually very excited about it. Like, the people who are into it are very into it. So I do like to try and do them, but it's not actually fantastic YouTube content from like a revenue standpoint, because not very many people watch them comparatively to normal content, at least. You like that little plug for YouTube that I snuck in there? That seemed natural, didn't it? There's to give the account name. The account name is just BalorMage 2. You can import into Path of Building from that if you're interested. Man, those things, they just do not want to give up. Do you guys? Just don't want to give up. I think it'd be nice to have an entire month of YouTube you could sit on for when you're feeling slow. Yes, that would be really nice, but with these ultra low DPS, you might actually need Frostbomb in every single build. This is not an ultra low DPS build. No, it's not even a low DPS build. I'm talking about Gauntlet. Oh, Gauntlet. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might need a frost bomb in every build. Was 100% life. You just don't run round maps. It's fine. Ooh. He is the boss. And into the sacred grove. Sure. This part right here, this is OP. Like, how is that not OP? Ooh. We'll keep that. And I don't think I kept any bases to craft on, did I? No. No, I did not. That's fine. I don't actually care. Ooh. I would like that, please. Give me a garbage map that I would never want to run. There you are. Thanks for the harbinger. Set an item to 4 sockets. Gross. Gross. Metamorph? Metamorph? Wait, can you not summon metamorphs in... Huh. You might not be able to summon the metamorph in a garden. I didn't know that. I was unaware that was a thing. Ooh, catalyst of valuable currency shards. Let's go valuable currency shards just for a change. Two annulment shards. All right, more maps that are good to run that don't already have Maven on them. Primordial's good. Tell you what, there's not a lot of good maps, is there? Grotto's fine. Phantasmagoria's fine. You're good. You're not. You're good. And you're good. Stop rolling, cannot regen. Yeah, that's fine. Life is yes, shouldn't be that bad. Ooh. One of my whoops just went off. 15C. I mean, it's a life up and it's a resist up and it's a movement speed up and it's a chance for onslaught up. Yeah, I think so. I think I'm gonna take it. Never mind. No, I'm not. On we go. What's my attack speed currently? Okay. Looks like it's 4 to 5x for a really good +3 bow, which is not too bad. 4 to 5x isn't too bad. But it's more than we currently have. Nice. These are going to be dangerous. Rituals, all with the boss in them. All with... How much is it extra as energy shield? 58% of maximum life is extra energy shield. Whew. That's a lot. See this? It's a lot. It's not even that dangerous. It's just particularly tanky. Alright. Every time it basically made her impossible. I had to switch to a chaos damage. Oh, right, because every time she leaves and flies away, all of her ES comes back. So you have to do half her life first in each phase before you even start to damage her. Horrible. Actually horrible. Yeah, any phased bosses with extra as, insane. Whew. Man, those things get tanky. Getting quite a lot of points though. This isn't, yeah, this is not solo self-found, is how? I would never do a working class series for solo self-found. If you have super limited playtime, like, you know, 1 to 2 hours a day, not real playtime, you shouldn't be in solo self-found. And if you insist on being in solo self-found and you only have 1 or 2 hours a day, I'm not interested in helping you. You did this to yourself. And I honestly think that's fair. Like, it falls under the you can only help people who want to help themselves banner to me. What are nulls even worth? 3C. Doink. Okay, bye. Yeah, I had no idea what Shrek was when Yellow was talking about it. Oh, I see why this map is also so bad. It's a 91% chance to avoid ailments. I'm an Ignite build. I wondered why this was feeling so horrible. I missed that. Gotta pay more attention to them map mods. The 6-link harvest craft, first time seeing that. Nice. It is exceptionally rare for some reason. Oh god, why am I even doing this on the 90% chance to avoid ailment? It's like 58% extra life as ES. Look, I'm not even through the ES of this creature yet. Why? Why did I do this? Okay, we're nearly there. Okay, we're through the energy shield. Just do another map. I could finish another map before I kill this guy. I could. Woo! He hurty too. We're getting there. We're nearly there. Oh, you absolute. We're not going back in. He'll have all of his energy shield back. Next. Hidden Chaos. And this one. Also 10 Chaos. Easy 20 chaos in that map, plus whatever else I put away.
When I'm ready, and not before.
It's amazing how much more damage you do when they don't avoid most of your damage 90% of the time and also have 58% life as energy shield. Shocked Pikachu, right? Oh man. Sure. Which one did you want? The silo. The life's extra. It took me 5 minutes to kill both of them. Oof. Oof.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Oh, it's going backwards. Ah. Oh, this is the problem. It's going backwards. Why? Why do you go backwards? How far backwards? I suddenly regret following it now that it's gone this far back. That's all the misses to regret. They put so many mobs out there. Like I wish they would just go the right way. I wish they would just go the right way all the time somehow. Like I don't know how you do that, but I just want them to go the right way all the time. They could go in the general direction that you run over them in. Like that would be, that could be a thing. Yes, 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 yes. There we go. Oh, one more and we get another 10-way. We'll do this one then. Sorry, did I make 7 raw chaos in the ground in that map? Really? That seems high.
When I'm ready and not before.
Yeah, maybe not. What else you got? Hey, how many mobs did I miss? Oh, there's like a whole path up there. I see. I see. You're gonna go the wrong way again? Of course you are. Of course you're gonna go the wrong way. Why would you go the correct way? Oh! Bleed. Bleed. Bleed's the worst, guys. Bleed's the worst. One day I'll bother to fix that. Can I like... Damn. Damn.
When I'm ready and
Damn, I want that cursed crypt though. I want it. So why Maven over Eater? So the answer is because I was originally planning on doing Maven, and I wanted to just gather the Maven things. But after seeing the profit, well, first it was to finish the quest, right? Because obviously you put it on to finish the quest. But then it was like, oh yeah, I'll just do Maven for a little bit so that I can actually do Maven to get my Watchstone. But after seeing how much I've gotten out of 10 maps with it, I've decided that after I do this 10 way, I'll just be changing to the other thing. It isn't worth it. Like I'll just make more doing the other thing and buy the Maven instead. It just hasn't gotten me enough. -9 crit, can't be slowed, enfeeble, whatever. Yeah, Maven's just not nearly rewarding enough, frankly. Like, it's cool to get a Guardian map, like, don't get me wrong, that is cool. But like, that was like 10 maps worth of not having influence, essentially. And I don't know if I'm behind that. That doesn't feel like the right move at all. Do still need to do a Shaper Guardian to unlock my favorite slot. There's actually literally no benefit to running these with like Alked or anything. I mean, look, I could witness it, but what's the point? I mean, I might as well witness it. I might as well witness that, but there's no reason to run it anything other than white. We don't care about returns. I just want the favorite unlocked. Maybe I'll do the invite later, and if I do that, I'll be glad I witnessed this one because I won't have to run another one. But you just don't get anything out of them being alked. Is unfortunate, but they don't actually, these maps don't actually gain anything from your Atlas passives. Technically, you'll still get double essences and shit, but they don't gain all of the extra, they don't gain all of the benefits of your Atlas passive. Just some like I wasn't guaranteed to have an essence, even though I've got always essences. But if I get one, for some reason they still double. It's a bit weird. Some of them work and some of them don't. And it's really weird, and I can't figure out what the rule is. I'm not sure if anyone's figured out which ones apply and which ones don't. But they're always just kind of a bit meh. Looks like the essence ones are applying. I don't know the full list.
When I'm ready and not
Man, it looks like the Harbinger ones are applying too. Are they all applying now? These didn't used to. But that's 2 Harbingers. Huh. I swear they weren't. Maybe you should run these out. Ta-da. They patched shaper maps during this league to apply the things. Ah. Alright. Another 30C. Alright, so fragments, what do we got? So we have 2 elder fragments. We have enslaver and constrictor already. Oh, that's constrictor as well. Oh wait, hang on. That's constrictor as well. Why are they all constrictor? Ugh. No, hard pass. Alright. Back to maps. Scrabs. We're gonna use them, we're gonna use them, and we're gonna use them still. 1, 2, 3. Except we're gonna go over here to this Eater Influence instead. We did just do, that was 10, that was the second lot. So we did 20 maps with Maven Influence, and it just hasn't felt worth at all. Not valing the maps? No. You can val maps. I quite often don't.
when I'm ready and not
Especially right at the beginning when I'm still like developing a map pool. I mean, I val them for completion, but then while I'm trying to build a map pool, I don't tend to val them. I don't like the idea of like losing a map when I don't have very many to begin with. And like I'm right at the beginning, so I don't have very many right now. Ooh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, this is so much better. Good question. Why no Harvey mod? Even better profit mid league. You don't really have to have the Sextant to make it profitable. It's just that it's not as profitable to put Harvey on the map device as it is to put Fortune Favors. Fortune Favors is just actually too good. Like, of every single node on the entire Atlas tree, Fortune Favors is the one I suspect will get nerfed the most. Or first. It's actually too strong. The only reason it might not get nerfed is because people do not understand how strong it is. And so not everyone in the world is using it, but they should be. Beyond too good. Beyond is only for people with headhunters. Everyone who doesn't have a headhunter should be using Fortune. Boxes on the Atlas, I'd say ambush. You'd be wrong. It's definitely Fortune Favors the Brave. Like, it's not actually in question. It is definitely Fortune Favors the Brave. In fact, Fortune Favors the Brave is so good that you will get more out of the strong boxes in your map while you have the strong box nodes by taking Fortune. That's how much better it is. The strong boxes left in your map, you will get more out of your strong boxes total by using Fortune Favors the Brave than you'll get by using ambush.
When I'm ready and not before.
Would you take Fortune over Beyond if Headhunter? No. No. Once you have a Headhunter, every map has Beyond on it forever. But that is, unless you're doing like a very specific Atlas strategy, like something that actually warrants not using Fortune Favors the Brave, then you should just be using Fortune on every map. There are some super niche exceptions for different Atlas strategies, but most people are not doing those. What else can we get from all favorites super easily? Nothing really. Nothing like super cheap anyway. I mean, look, I might as well run this and witness it as well. Should I just leave those on? Nah. Nah, just run it white. Just run it white, but witness it. Is it a dupe of you've done before? I don't understand that entire sentence. Is it a dupe of you've done before? What?
One of my captives hit a beast with his. You have experienced no real pain. That's
Oh, like no, I haven't run this map before on this account, this league.
When I'm ready and not before.
Release that, please. No hate it, but give me good money early. Man, I don't think heisters really screw with the Atlas at all. I'm not sure that the heist nodes on the tree are actually good. There's really not a lot of money in this poor working class exile, is there? I mean, like gear wise, no, but I only like just finished Atlas progression. Like what? Yesterday was the first day putting a scarab in the map device. Like we've only just started to make money now. Everything was on progression first. Not even using a +3 weapon yet. Prioritizing maps you have yet to complete. Do I have any? Do I have any? Oh, hey. Arcade. So if I do this, it'll become arcade. Hey, nice. A completion. So harvest is another one of those things that just stops the delirium fog. Like if you make it into a harvest, delirium fog just pauses forever while you're in here, and all this stuff still counts. Like it still gives you more delirium rewards.
Kill it, Exile. Quickly.
I don't really care about that. I'm doing it, but I don't really care about it. I nearly put that in. Don't do that. I'll take an ambush. I'll take an anarchy. Improve the quality of a gem by 10. Sure. All right. And let's end that here. Ooh. Where are you, bud? Found you. Stop looking. Take this vitality boon. I guess I won't stand in the degen. Sing forever. Man, this totem build does this fight pretty well. What adds? Oh, I'm poisoned. I was like, what's this degen? Cool. Thanks for the fragment.
Stretches the sanity of the mind.
All right, quick price check. Not really worth anything. What about you though? Hey, look at that. To answer your question earlier, Hulk, I think, not that you asked this exact question, but I think I currently have more money in my inventory than I have in my character. Like in my stash here. Quick +1. Easy completion. Quantity. Thanks. Cheers, bud. The singular expensive item I saw from 6 hours was a Heries. Yeah, and it's not even like a linked one. Or even like super well rolled. In fact, it's not even really well rolled at all. And it's not linked. It's like 10C. I think my weapon's slightly more than 10C. The weapon was a little more. I think that was like 30. And I'm wearing an Ashes. And that's also like 30. And I have an Anoint on it that costs 2 silver oils. Those were like the pain points while gearing early. Those were the pain points while gearing early. In fact, I think I might have paid 40 or something for the Ashes. And then I had to anoint it myself. So that was money. Typical peasant behavior, wear rags but a pearl necklace. It happens. Oh, not that. I don't want to run that. Yeah, it's fine. Don't want to run that. That's fine. Yeah, they're all fine. Cool. With no Ashes, you'd probably lose Malevolence. I'm not running Malevolence. Defiance, Banner, Determination, Grace, Purity of Elements. I am ailment immune and very tanky. And it's Grace that I didn't have on before that. I just took off Grace when I couldn't afford the Ashes. She needs evasion anyway, right? I just really value ailment immunity like super high. Like probably higher than I should. But like it's not just ailment immunity to me, right? Like it's ailment immunity, but also a ton of resistances, which makes gearing a lot easier and just getting suppression a lot easier. And I just don't. It's just so nice. Even if it's not objectively the best, which it very well might not be. It probably even isn't. It's just so nice to play with. It takes away so much of the headache of regular mapping. I think unless you're like min-maxing to like try and get the absolute most optimal thing, it's probably worth having Purity of Elements in your build if you can afford it. Right now you're hilariously overcapped. Am I? Barely. Remember there's minus 40 altars as well. Which I love to be able to press without caring. So I'm actually a little bit under what I would like.
A contest of wills and power. I need more manners.
Damn it. I left Maven on. gonna remember to put it back to the other thing. I second that question, Coffee. What's a goblin hour? Think it was stuff late into the night instead of just mucking around playing video games. Fair enough. That'll probably actually sell for 8C, to be honest. Why didn't you sell? Hey, I resemble that remark. Yeah, there we go. That's what we wanted. We wanted that instant I'm 1C under the going value, so somebody whooped it price. That's what we're after. Come to the hideout, buddy. Come to me. My hole. Thank you. Right. If we're a little bit lucky, we could have 300 cows before the day's over.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Yes, I would like quantity, please.
Fiends are getting too close to my path.
Hey, look, a patient. We've begun patient farming. Yes, please. Hunter power spike. Yeah, he's not wrong. Quite the power spike. Okay. I mean, it's a little quick, but I did make it the cheapest, so it's probably fine. Just means I could probably get 26C. If it was wildly underpriced, I'd have received like 18 messages for it instantly. Okay, we didn't need that much luck. We're already at 330 chaos. 45 minutes to go. So what I'm hoping this bit shows is that it's relatively easy to have an appropriate amount of money. Like it just is. And this is not, we're not at the stage yet where we're like running a proper Atlas strategy to make money or anything. Like this is just mapping. This is just mapping at like a decent speed-ish, but not super fast. With like pretty starter gear. With nothing really special going on. The real trick here is that I've set my Atlas up well enough. I've set my Atlas skill tree up so that I don't need to be adding juice to anything. And I'm just chaining maps with a good loot filter on. And a good loot filter on day 1 of a league is not the same as a good loot filter 1 month into the league, which is not the same as a good loot filter 2 months into the league. The loot filters should be changing all of the time. If your loot filter is not changing all of the time, you should be using my loot filter. If you already use a NeverSync filter, those aren't good enough. You should upgrade to my loot filters. You can subscribe to them. They'll be updated whenever they need to be updated, whenever it's relevant. The only caveat being they are designed for softcore trade. They will hide things that are not worth your time to pick up. They are inappropriate for solo self-found or for hardcore. They're vastly inappropriate for solo self-found. These filters will assume that you will buy things that are incredibly cheap. Like this working class Exile bought stacks of alchemy orbs. Because alks are incredibly cheap. And the amount of time that I spent, or that I would have spent to pick up the alks that I needed, I would have lost money. Even as working class Exile, I would have lost money by picking up alks off the floor. That wasn't always the case. It's not like that on day 1. It's certainly not like that even usually on week 1. But at some point, they're no longer worth picking up. So the strict loot filter will reflect that. So everything's very strict recently, and it had single jewelers on still, and I felt something. Yeah, that's not appropriate. I don't even have 6 sockets on. Like 6 socket drops, they're not on. And I know when people first see or hear that, they don't feel good about it. But then once they play with it for a little while, they suddenly they're like, oh yeah, this is actually fine. Never mind. You know what? I could actually use 10% less damage taken over time. I realized that when I ran out of jewelers about 3 weeks ago. And I'll bet a small part of you, just for a second, was like, why the fuck am I out of jewelers? Why have I not been picking up 6 sockets? This is ridiculous. And then you look at the price for a second, and you're like, never mind. Because that's the reaction everyone has.
When I'm ready and not before.
they're like, this is ridiculous. I could have been picking these up off the floor. What do you mean? And then they go to buy them and they're like, oh. There is no way you ever lose money by picking up alks. I call shenanigans. You do. You lose money picking up alks off the floor. There's no question about it. You lose money picking up alchemy orbs off the floor at this point in the league. You can get 10 alks for 1 chaos. I get, I don't know, on average I make 25 chaos a map right now. Like not raw chaos, but I make 25 chaos worth a map. Now there would also be 15 alks in the map, but if I spend all that time picking up an extra 15 alks, then every say 4 or 5 maps I've lost enough time to run another map. I was sitting at 1,000 alks, so I disabled them. To be fair, I haven't turned off every alk in existence, right? Like if a stack of 6 alks drops on the floor, you're still going to see that. You're still going to pick that up. It's single stacked alks that are off. Not all alks, just single stacked alks. But here's the thing, if you have single stack alks on your filter, you'd better also have chaos shards in stacks of 2 on your filter, because that's the same thing. Why you crash? If you have to buy alks and take more time than picking it up, it absolutely will not. It absolutely will not. I mean, it will if you buy 30 alks at a time. And then, you know, you have to buy 2 or 3 times a day. What you do is you buy 1,500 alks 1 time. And then you never ever look at it again. We're already getting pretty close to the point where I don't want to do 10C trades anymore. Like I'm finding the idea of doing a 10C trade to be inconvenient. This is how it actually works. If you've got a problem with my opinion of picking all of this stuff up costing you money, not making you money, don't use my filters and go on about your business wasting your time. That's not my problem. As long as you're having fun, that's all that matters. I don't care whether you use my filter or not. But I'm telling you, you lose money by picking that stuff up. And I believe it. The way I like to describe it generally is imagine this. This is what you're doing. You have 2 hours to be outside of your house. You're allowed to be outside of your house for 2 hours. Now, it's a 5-minute walk to work. And as soon as you get there, you start making $100 an hour. However, all the way to work, every single half a step, there is a 1-cent coin on the ground. Now you can start work whenever you want, whenever you get there. You got to decide whether you want to spend an hour of your 2 hours of time picking up 1 individual cent coins off the floor, or whether you would just continue to work and ignore those 1-cent coins and then earn $100 an hour when you get there. Right? That's the analogy that I used. Someone pointed out to Bill Gates it was not worth his time to bend over and pick up $30. That's such a flaw. I've heard that argument, but that's such a flawed argument because Bill Gates will continue to make his normal amount of money all of the time. If he stops to pick up that $30, he doesn't make less money during those few seconds. He continues to make money. He just also gets that $30 off the floor. It's a flawed analogy. It is not the same, although I understand why it sounds the same as what I'm describing, but it's not, because he will continue to make money regardless. Sorry, 30,000, whatever. It's a flawed analogy because yes. All the extra life is ES. Oh no. How much extra life as ES do I have? I took that. No. I took the shrine thing for it twice. For the boss has extra life as ES. I took it twice. But the map also has extra life as ES. This boss has more than 100% of its... Oh, I didn't get my portal off in time. This boss has more than 100% of its life as extra ES. I'm just gonna leave that boss. I don't need to be killing him. That's not worth our time. Next. Maybe time for a regex. Nah, that's fine. I don't actually care about extra as normally. It's just for some reason I decided to pick the extra as shrines twice as well, and then like all of those things together was too much. That was too much.
When I'm ready and not before.
My Baylor's favorite. I used to be awful at the game. Play shit cheap builds because I couldn't afford better ones. Yep. To be fair, the idea of like not picking up raw currency items off the ground does sound wrong, right? Like I understand why it's hard to get a grip on, and it's quite often taken people a long time to move over to my filters because they just feel like I'm saying it from a point of view of, you know, a degenerate no life 1%er that I am, and that advice doesn't apply to them as a normal human being that has a job and doesn't get to play 17 hours a day whenever they want, right? They're like, that doesn't apply to me. I don't have this luxury. And it takes a long time to convince the person who doesn't have very much time or doesn't have as much experience that it's right to hide these things and to not pick them up, and that it is also worth their time. That your limited to time is it's hard to. It's very hard to convince some people that hiding 6 sockets and hiding single alchemies on the floor, and then you having to go and buy alks because you definitely need them, is actually worth it, and that you make more money. And I get it. It doesn't make. Like, it does make sense when you really understand it, but it seems wrong on the surface, right? Like, it feels wrong. for getting the dopamine hit. Mate, if you're still getting a dopamine hit from a single alchemy orb on the ground, I don't have any idea how to help you. If you're getting a dopamine hit out of a single alchemy orb on the ground, I'm jealous of you. I wish an alchemy orb would give me a dopamine hit.
When I'm ready and not before.
Yes. Here I am needing a silk tie and a wall mount, and all you need is an alchemy orb on the ground. Ridiculous. Wait, what?
Do not leave me unsatisfied. A veil of safety and security.
I'm still on Maven. I have to change. Last map had altars? Hey, last map did have altars. How come I just heard Maven? I didn't change it. I did though, for some reason. I don't know how that happened. Oh my God. No, the client crash? The client crash? Did we just find out that the client remembers which influence I had last and not my account? That's so weird. That's so weird. Why would you do it that way? GGG. Why? Whoa! Fucking bleed, man. Right, that's it. This is my last map. I'm gonna fix my flasks after this. My life flask needs to be an anti-bleed. I can't. That's it. I'm done. I need bleed.
When I'm ready and not before.
Hmm. Huh. Turns out no. Just the one. That already felt like too much. Let's make it 12C. 8C. That was... Doing an 8C trade felt inconvenient. Look at how purple these essence mobs are. What on earth? I've never seen mobs so purple before. Got enough shrines, bud?
When I'm ready and not before.
Oh no. Ooh. Bum, bum. Wow. There's some more money. All right, time to see if I can do a little bit of trading. Let's see if we can not pay more than 5C for any flask. Yeah, we can do that. We're gonna buy all of our flasks for 5C a piece, including my life flask. Unless never mind. That's my new life flask. Cool. Cool. Okay, next. I really don't want crit. You know what? You're already qualityed. Ah, you know what? That's worth too much. That has to be worth money. I'll easily get 30 chaos for that. I guess we're qualitying this one. Reduced effective curse is something I'd really like, but I need a good prefix to go with it. Let's see if I can... How much are you? Nah, it's not worth annulling a flask. No, it actually is. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Oh. Nah. Yeah, you'll do, actually, though. So I have armor and evasion, and I have reduced effective curse. So realistically, I just need a go fast flask. I would also take attack speed. That'll do. Okay, so gonna buy a few chaos worth of some things and used a full, so it's that one and some of the other things as well. How much do I need? 5, 10, 15. I need 20. Wait, I have 20. Okay, I only need glass blowers. Glass blowers. Damn, 55 months, right?
Goddamn.
Am I
55
blind?
months.
Where are glass blowers? Oh, here they are. I'm blind. Blakey, I think it'll be 55 months. They're always impossible to find. I always have trouble finding glass blowers. I'm glad it's not just me. They're also so cheap. When you do find them, they're so cheap. Like, who's picking up these glass blowers? Doesn't get paid or fed, still locked in the basement. He gets paid. They were talking the other day, I forget about what. They were talking the other day about cutting your pay. And I made the joke that if I cut your pay at all, you'll end up owing me money because you don't get paid very much. You do get paid though. What did I do? Why am I getting a pay cut? I can't remember. I think it was when you went away on holiday for the weekend and I had to get 2 videos out myself. I think it was then. Come on, sell me some things. Had to, could have just waited till Monday. I mean, I could have. I'll bet you were surprised that I didn't too. I bet you expected them to just be sitting there waiting for you on Monday. It had been too long. I needed to do more YouTube. Come on, I've only got 11 minutes. Somebody reply, please. I'm trying to buy glass blowers. Oh, someone's invited me. Which one are you? 10 chaos. All right, cool. Like it was time to take care of our flask problem. I snapped up one of those donated subs when I shooting up for literally 30 seconds right before going to work. Nice. Thank you. Cheers, buddy. Just bought next worth because nobody was replying to smaller trades. Yeah, that makes sense. Use when charges reach full. 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 Okay. Well hydrated. Nice challenge. Cheers, buddy. Okay, so we now actually have an anti-bleed flask. By the way, overtime? I mean, it wasn't a lot of overtime. It was like a little bit of overtime. It was like a minute or two. Saint's treasure. Let's go. And now, check it out. I don't have to press flasks anymore. It's one of the nicest feelings in a league a few days in when you get enough decent flasks that you can just put them on auto. Isn't that nice?
When I'm ready.
Who else loves the part where you can get auto flasks? Surely I'm not the only one who's like actually loves that part. You geared the character before having auto flasks? Yeah, I had to, man. I can press the flasks myself. I can't invent the gear. It has to be there. I had no idea there was a flask craft for it. Oh my god. Did I not click this?
I need more mana.
Well, if you didn't know that there was a thing for it, you should put auto use when full on every single crafted flask that you own. And if you use a unique flask like an Xeri's Promise or a Bottled Faith or anything like that, you should put on those use when they're not already in effect when you hit a rare or unique enemy. It gives you very good flask uptime and you stop having to press it, so it hurts your hands less. And if it hurts your hands less, maybe you won't become one of the people that need the compression gloves that I wear. This makes mapping so much nicer.
The tether cinches them now, as they awaken from their dream of slumber. They are pulled by the leash of desire, each one a tangle, a knot, and perhaps for the lucky, a noose awaits them.
Oh, look at that anti-bleed flask doing work.
And cast its glow, and watch them all become entangled.
When I'm ready, and not before.
Why do those show up? Oh, nice. Well, that's why. I'm glad those show up. I bet all those expedition scarabs I own are worth a decent amount of money too. Expedition is worth it to run. I'm not going to run it because I just don't like Expedition, but Expedition is worth it to run even for working class Exile, even on like limited playtime. Expedition is really good. I just don't find the mechanic fun to play, so I'm not gonna. But if you enjoy it, you should definitely do that. And you should definitely spec into it on the tree if you're someone who enjoys it. Ooh. I don't like the fact that you can't sell artifacts. It means you get a delayed reward. Part of it I hate, sure, but even if you don't engage with it at all and you just sell like the logbooks and shit, it's still money. Okay, so that's 5C. How much are these? 40. How much are these? 35. And then quick look over here. We're going to sell them because we're never going to use them, but they're definitely worth money. We'll keep those. Three chaos per. Polished are 8. And these ones, gildeds, are only 13. Surprising. And then we just quickly walk in here and walk back and see if we get an instant message for anything just by refreshing our stuff. And if we don't, that's the day. There it is. I knew we'd get on. We'll sell that too. Or will we? There we go. Thank you. All right, that's the end of that day. All right. Summary time. We used almost all of our scarabs. We pretty much ran out of scarabs. We will have to buy scarabs tomorrow. That already sold. Sorry, buddy. We're gonna D&D that so I don't get any other sales. We did one more map completion that we just happened to get, although we're not going to get too much more completion. We're getting pretty close to finished. We didn't do any respecking or anything like that. What we did do is fix up our flasks. We rolled ourselves a bleeding immune flask to stop that happening, and we fixed our flasks up to be more armor, more evasion, and some movement speed, and some reduced effective curse, and all on automatic, so that I stopped having to press buttons for that. So that was fantastic. And we are now up to 1x and 370 chaos. So working class Exile's coming along okay. However, my next really big upgrade that I want to make is I want to get a +3 bow with good attack speed and fire damage as extra chaos. And that looks to be between 4 to 6 exalts. For like a one with good attack speed is between like 4 to 6. So we do have a little bit more saving to go for that, but that will increase our damage by quite a lot. So that's probably the one we're after next. Show fragments for invitation pros. Oh, we did do a few guardian maps as well. So we did 2 of these guardians and we got 2 of them as well. So we're only after those ones. I'm gonna do Shaper and I'm gonna do Elder, but I'm not gonna farm them out. So I'm gonna do them both, take whatever Uber Elder fragments I get, and I'm just gonna buy the other half. So I'll get a fragment off each of these when I run them, and then I'll just buy the other half when I do it. We've also got 3 of these towards Maven, but chances are we just make a lot more money just running Eater Influence. So we'll probably just keep doing that, and we'll buy the other 7 splinters when it's time to run Maven. I would like to do one of those 2 things either tomorrow or the next day. That would be the goal. In the next 2 days, I would like to get at least 1 more of my watchstones. We also have a few other things for sale. We are selling our expedition scarabs because they're worth a decent amount. Found some grave mines. These are only 5C. Probably shouldn't worry about selling it, but it did. And then these are 35. Found those in the ground. That was cool. Otherwise, I think that's about it. We do have a 19 chaos belt here to sell, hopefully. It's just a % dex one. Unfortunately, it's tier 2% dex. The other one is 13 to I think 15%, and it's worth way more. But unlucky, we got the tier 2 synth belt instead of the tier 1 synth belt. So it'll still sell, just not for as much. But that's it. That's our progress. It's been going pretty well. With this much money, we will probably pick a actual Atlas strategy tomorrow, maybe. And like, it'll probably be once we get 1 more watchstone. When we get 1 more watchstone, we're probably going to want to respec out of some of the additional map nodes that we have, because we don't need that many. But it probably won't be a huge respec. We might also get rid of shrines at that point, but we'll see. We'll see when we get there. That is it. That's our update. That is the end of day 9. And I will see everybody tomorrow.